Welcome to NeoscienceHub. Today we are going to interview Dr. Ramachandra Kumar Kuromaddali, who is the Managing Director of Chemo India Formulation Private Limited. Dr. Ramachandra, could you share your journey in pharmaceutical industry?
So I'll start with my background. I'm originally from Machilipatnam. I studied up to my +2 in Machilipatnam. Then I went to Andhra University to pursue my B Pharmacy and M Pharmacy from Andhra University Vizag. And from there I went to the US as an aspiring student to go to the US and did my PhD from Auburn University in Alabama. And after that I took up my first job in Atlanta, Georgia as a research scientist in a company called Pfizer Pharmaceuticals. I worked there for about 4.5 years, and then I moved to Perrigo company in Michigan, where I worked as a research scientist and then became a manager of R&D in Perrigo company in Michigan. And then I returned to Hyderabad in January 2001, and since then I've been living in Hyderabad. And when I moved to Hyderabad, I moved Perrigo company to Hyderabad, and I established initially as a sourcing center for Perrigo in India. And then looking at the success of that, they wanted me to build an R&D center for Perrigo in Hyderabad. So that's how we started the first R&D center in Hyderabad in Kompally area. And I ran Perrigo India for about 5 years from 2001 to 2006. Then I wanted to work for an Indian company. So I went to work for Granules India as Chief Scientific Officer. I worked there for 3 years in the functions of R&D, quality assurance, quality control and regulatory affairs areas. And after that I got an entrepreneurial itch to set up a R&D company in Genome Valley in Hyderabad, which was Finished Pharma Private Limited. And we were doing all the formulation work and for various clients around the world in the US, Canada, Australia, New Zealand and Southeast Asia. So we have expanded our footprint from US based development to a global based development, and from there onwards we started running that very successfully. In the 4th year of our operations, we sold the company to another pharma company in Hyderabad, and then I fulfilled my obligations under the agreement, and I got out and started Chemo India in May of 2015. Initially it was a one-man show with me, and I started up the company in the legalities and the company formation and bank account and all that stuff. And then we started working towards land acquisition in Genome Valley through TSIAC, and then design work with the Spain engineers as well as people from India. We had engineering consultants, and that's how this building started taking shape in 2016. And by September 2017, we inaugurated the Chemo India facilities. And with that, a new company was born with full-fledged facilities for R&D, manufacturing and stability. Those were the 3 functional roles that we started, and ever since the company has been growing steadily to do so many activities, mainly for captive consumption for the global company Insud Pharma. So this is how my journey has been with the pharma industry for the last 32 years, ever since I graduated with my PhD from the US, and it was an incredible journey and still ongoing. And we are still adding so many new initiatives, which I'll speak about in the later segment of this one.
Chemo India Formulation Private Limited is known for its commitment to quality and safety. How do you maintain these standards across all operations?
Sure. Right from day one, we made 3 major pillars for the company. One is quality, second one is teamwork, and third one is integrity. And all these 3 activities will only contribute to the quality of the company. So, and also with the belief that quality starts from the top and then goes through departmental heads, then through team leaders, through senior scientists, and then all the employees in the company. And we emphasize on quality in every aspect of our business, and every day we remind people that quality is of paramount importance, and at least once a year, if not more, that we emphasize to the entire workforce that without quality we are not in this business. We have to uphold the principles of quality at every step of the way. And right from day one, we have been conducting quality review meetings every month. So all the functional teams will come together to review quality aspects of business and do some course correction as required. And that's how we are able to, make sure that people are understanding that quality is of paramount importance, and we practice quality in every step of the way. Similarly, on the safety aspects of it, we emphasize on good safe practices in the world and make sure that we follow them. We have a safety committee meeting every month from all departments where people raise issues. If there is any unsafe practice, we immediately put it down and make sure that we follow all the safe practices. Protective gear is provided to all employees, goggles, safety goggles are provided, safety shoes are provided to employees, and touch wood, till now we have never had a single accident in the company's history.
Can you discuss some of the major achievements of Chemo India Formulation Private Limited under your leadership?
Sure. And in terms of achievements, when we started with solids R&D. Looking at the success of solids R&D, our company immediately wanted us to build injectable R&D as well. So we started building that. So that was a new addition. In addition to solids, now injectable R&D. Solids manufacturing is done in Chemo India and also our sites in Spain, so that both sites are included in the application. Whereas injectables, the manufacturing is only happening from Spain because of the dedicated facilities over there. And global stability started with barely 20 samples a month. Today it has steadily grown to 800 samples a month. So that's a enormous improvement. And from all the global sites, stability samples come here. We do that in a timely manner and make sure that there is no backlog of stability. And then on top of it, we have recently established 2 new labs. One is for microspheres of injectable facilities, and also brand new oligonucleotide center in India, first of its kind, dedicated for commercial production of oligonucleotides. And it is still work in progress, and we are making great progress in that area.
Chemo India Formulation Private Limited operates in various divisions: API, FDF, CMO, OTC, Vet Pharma. How do you ensure synergy and collaboration across these divisions?
Sure. We mainly operate under APIs and finished products because our divisions of API keep supplying API for our R&D development as well as for manufacturing purpose. So we interact with our API teams all the time to make sure that we get a steady supply of APIs. We work with them on technical aspects like polymorphic issues, particle size issues, impurities, and so on and so forth. And we exchange in a good way so that we can improve our services, API to finished product and finished product to manufacturing, and then to ultimate regulatory affairs. So those are the 2 divisions that fall under Chemo. And then we have other divisions in the company like mAbxience and Exeltis and other things, which we can talk about later. And in terms of CMOs, there are a lot of customers for Spain facilities for CMO business. And now we are getting more and more interest in the Chemo India facility as a CMO because we already have US FDA and European approvals under our belt. So customers are showing interest, and we are trying to capitalize on that particular issue.
What does Chemo India do to keep up with the changes in the pharma industry?
We are always trying to be ahead of the curve in the sense that first and foremost we emphasize on quality at any cost. So when we face regulatory audits or customer audits, we are always making sure that all the systems are to the satisfaction of regulatory and customer audits for sure. And we have done our first ever FDA audit with 0 observations, which is a great achievement. And we have completed 2 Spanish audits over a period of 4 years, and all with good success, and many customer audits which have been highly successful. That is definitely number 1. Number 2 initiative that we have taken is great stress on digitization of our programs. We have implemented labware LIMS in our QC laboratories, and which resulted in as a paperless lab, first of its kind in the Insud Pharma group, and definitely one of the top companies that have done full digitalization of LIMS in our QC lab. And then we also implemented TrackWise for our QMS system, document management system, learning management system. On the engineering side, we have implemented calibration management system, building management system, and SCADA system for water. So wherever we could, we have done for more automation and reduce the manual errors done by people. So that is definitely, we are able to stay ahead of the curve because of that. And because of all these improvements, regulatory auditors have appreciated that there is no data integrity issues in this company, and everything is as per the system, and we are following the systems very thoroughly, and they are very, very satisfied with that.
Dr. Ramachandra Kumar, could you share about the new research center for SMA drugs in Hyderabad?
Yeah, and Chemo India is very proud to have inaugurated the oligonucleotides facility, and that too first of its kind facility in India. People have been working on peptide molecules, but oligonucleotides is a new area of research which is next level to peptides, and our company in collaboration with a European company has done all the R&D work, and then we have done the technology transfer to our facility in Hyderabad, and we are now in the process of manufacturing batches of Neosciencehub, and we also have a great opportunity to be the first to file ANDA in the US market because of advancements of technology that we have made, and our company is quite happy about it, and we are making good strides in moving forward on Neosciencehub API manufacturing here.
How do you collaborate with other brands of Insud Pharma?
Yeah, and this Neosciencehub is a novel antisense molecule for treatment of spinal muscular atrophy, which afflicts some children at a very young age of 4 or 5 years, and the treatment of this is very, very costly, and so it is imperative that we bring generic molecules to the brand, alternative to the brand, where price of medicine will be coming down, and hopefully it should be more affordable to patients that can afford this medicine and take the medicine to cure the disease. And this is one molecule, and we still have plans to introduce 3 or 4 other molecules for various other diseases, and these are rare diseases where only oligonucleotides can attack the bad cells and cure the disease, and we are working very hard and diligently to make sure that we bring more and more molecules in the coming months and years. So if you look at Insud Pharma, we have mainly 4 divisions. One is Chemo division, where we belong, Chemo India formulation. This Chemo division is mostly APIs and finished products, chemical compounds. And second division is called mAbxience, which is more for biosimilars. Biosimilar market we have started in Argentina and Spain, and slowly but surely we are expanding the markets to South and Central American markets and some European markets as well. And then we have Zyromed division, which is based mainly in North America and Northern Europe. They are more like a marketing and distribution arm, whereas the products are supplied from Chemo division, so including from Chemo India. So we are collaborating continuously with Zyromed to make sure that their customer requirements are met from Chemo division, both in India as well as in Spain. And then the fourth division is called Exeltis, which is branded generics. These branded generics are present in many countries, including India, and then also Indonesia, then Turkey, then Mexico, Guatemala, and several other countries. So sometimes there is collaboration between these 2 divisions as to product selection, and what we have in Chemo they can review, and if it is suitable for their distribution, we are glad to manufacture for them. And at times they may have some ideas that they are giving those ideas for our R&D application, and we can work on that R&D and then develop and manufacture the product for them also. So there is intense collaboration between these divisions and trying to capitalize on synergies wherever we can.
Is generic medicine inferior to brand name medicine?
I mean, maybe conventional wisdom long back about 20 years ago may be like that, but nowadays generics, the safety and efficacy is well proven. If anything, when you file an ANDA, FDA or European authorities review them very thoroughly to make sure that they are exact replica of the reference product, which is the brand product. So the brand product, if there is a value of 100, a generic product can bring down that value to 20 or even less. So it is more affordable medication for patients across the world, and they are as good or as safe, as effective as any brand product. Because we conduct a lot of multimedia dissolution studies. We also do clinical studies by way of BABE studies, and we dose the reference product and the test product to various patients, and we collect samples and we prove that the test product is exact replica of a reference product in terms of pharmacokinetic and pharmacodynamic curves that we build, and we submit all these data to FDA and European authorities for review. Only upon satisfactory completion of all these things do they grant the approval for the ANDA. Then only that gives the access to the market, and then we can market the products.
What are the challenges in the production of generic medicine?
One of the difficulties that one would face is obviously we have to respect the patent rights of the brand companies. So, for example, a drug is expiring, patents are expiring in 2028 or 2029. So, pharma companies will start working on them from 2022-23. So, there is a lag time of 5-6 years. So, you have to go through the development, manufacturing, bio studies, stability, Then you have to file the application with the regulatory authorities, and then the site has to be inspected, application has to be reviewed before an approval is granted. So this in itself will take 4 to 5 year process. So keeping in mind a 5-year expiry date of a patent, we have to work backwards and start the process 5 years before. So that's one challenge. The second challenge is brand companies are always trying to find ways to sue the generic companies to again delay the launch of generic products under some pretext or the other, or they may have some patent protection. Under that guise they try to sue. So when the generic companies are sued, obviously there's a lot of legal costs involved, time and effort to be invested in the litigation process. At the end of it, generic company can win it, may win it, but there's a lot of considerable time and effort and money that is expended, and sometimes the brand companies do this on purpose so that they can deplete the resources of generic companies. So these are the two big challenges that I see where vis-a-vis the brand companies and the generic companies.
Could you tell about your CSR initiatives?
Sure. Within our company we have every year a charity run that is called Chagas Run. Our company fights Chagas disease with exclusive medication. So every year in commemoration of that, we do a charity run within the company where employees are running for that, and for every kilometer that is run, company is making a donation to the charitable organization. And Insud Pharma runs a charitable organization called Mundo Sano, which is doing a lot of charitable work in less developed countries and also South and Central American countries like Argentina, Chile, Uruguay, Paraguay and Guatemala, these kinds of countries. And also they are trying to expand their footprint into African countries where help is required. So that is a big initiative of the overall global company. At Chemo India, we are also doing our bit in terms of participating in and making donations. During coronavirus time, we have donated a 10 lakh check to the Chief Minister's Relief Fund to Honorable KCR at that time. And we collaborate with Akshay Patra, the foundation for poor children, and we sponsor a number of meals for a lot of young children, and we collect donations from employees. For every rupee the employees donate, a company matches that amount, and we donate the total amount to Akshay Patra once a year, and we have been collaborating like that as part of our social responsibility. And the feedback has been very good. Akshay Patra, they always appreciate our contribution, and it is for the good cause of young children who are poor children, maybe not having parents, for their school education and as well as for meals, and this kind of donation money goes to their welfare.
How do you ensure the environmental care and sustainability of your operation?
Sure. At Chemo India, we are a zero discharge facility. So we take good care of our air, water and soil quality. So our company doesn't put down any effluents through the drain process. All the effluents are collected. Solid effluent is collected once a week or once a month depending on the volume. A dedicated truck from Ramki comes and collects them. And because Ramki is an authorized waste handler in Hyderabad, and they collect our solid waste and they analyze it and they take it for incineration in a safe manner. Individual companies cannot handle it, but as a collective agency they can do that. And similarly, we collect all the liquid waste. We have a effluent treatment plant where we do the processing and we do the pH adjustment, remove all the unwanted stuff, and then that is given to JETL, G Metal Effluent Treatment Plant, which is authorized by Government of Telangana. So once a week or once in 2 weeks, the tanker comes and collects the liquid waste. They process it further and make it as sludge, and the sludge again is taken to incineration. So this way, we are following safe practices to make sure that we are not polluting our surrounding areas, either soil or water or air, and that is one thing. The second thing is right from the beginning we have put rooftop solar in our company. So right from the beginning about 10 to 12% of our power consumption is contributed through renewable energy like solar energy. So that's the second aspect we have done. And third aspect is we have planted quite a few trees around the facility to make sure that it's a green environment, and whatever pollutants are there, it is absorbed by the trees. So that's how we do it. And we conduct safety trial sessions for all employees and environmental awareness programs every year, so that we are not, we are responsible citizens towards the environment of the surrounding area.
What advice would you like to give to young professionals?
Sure. My advice to young professionals is continue to progress in your bachelor's degree. Bachelor's degree is more like a foundational program where a lot of theoretical courses are taught to you, like pharmaceutical chemistry, pharmacology, pharmacognosy, or medicinal chemistry, physical pharmacy, pharmaceutical technology, those kinds of things. And then take it forward to your master's degree in a pharmacy at a minimum, because India is a highly competitive market, a lot of educated people are there. So at a minimum, I would expect a candidate to complete a master's degree, and some people will definitely go on to do their PhD, all the better for them, so that they can concentrate in a field of specialty and they can continue with that. And the other advice I would say is either part of bachelor's or definitely as masters, do an industry internship if you are interested in industry. At least 6 to 9 months program, so where you can actually see the real practices in the industry and then learn from that. And then if you show the talent, companies may place you as a permanent employee in their organization, and from there you have to learn and grow with that. Besides the technical skills, companies are looking for soft skills like good communication skills, good leadership ability, and ability to grasp things quickly. These are the main points. This is at the beginning of the career. As you are progressing in the career, my advice would be to diversify into 2-3 different areas. So if you are a formulator in a formulation development, try to understand the analytical development, analytical method validations and testing, what are the requirements in that area, try to gain some knowledge in that area. Similarly, in quality assurance or quality control or production or engineering, several different aspects of pharmaceutical business. As much as you know, you will be more valuable to the company, and companies will always value good employees, and you will have proper growth throughout the career. So this is what I would tell all the young employees.